What'd y'all find?
A Luna moth. Yeah, and it's like pretty. I think it's actually a girl, but it might be a girl.
I found a giant moth about this size.
That's a really a maybe if it's a girl. Can I hold it?
Hold on a second. Trying to get it on my shoulder.
It's crawling.
Like
While they play with that, let's take a peek. Tomatoes, some basil. Huh. Some more tomatoes. There's some Thai basil. That's gonna be amazing. There's my borage. That's probably one of the best growers in my yard. Okra. It's a Clemson spineless. I still haven't figured out what this is. I'm not sure. Tomatoes are doing well. Those are hot peppers, I'm not sure. This is,
Your little feet hurt me.
look at that.
Mama.
These are Lincoln peas. They are shelling peas. You can eat the pods, but the peas are sweeter without them. This one has grown. Accidentally broke that part. It has grown way up here. I planted them very early January, but they didn't start taking off till like March. So next time I'll plant them in February because they only got to about right here and then stopped growing until it warmed up just a little bit. All these peas, very good, and the flat ones are good in stir fries. Very prolific. Decent sized peas. Pretty flowers. Yeah. They get a little heavy with all the peas. But it did. It's come all the way up here. We got some of these. These are tomatoes that have popped up. Little mysteries. These will be growing up as soon as some of these other peas start dying. It's a smaller one. It's a smaller one. I'll try to do succession sowing. There's some tomatoes. I think that's something. These are King Tut peas. I can tell because they have this little purple right here in the elbows. These are bush beans. The weed. These are the only ones that made it, I think, out of the dragon tongue bush beans I planted. Oh, there's a little surprise, dude. These are all the King Tut. They have the purple. Some of these are Lincoln peas. There's a whole variety. Look, this flower. It's a King Tut pea. And then the pea pods look like this. purple pods, but the peas are supposed to be green. Something's been nibbling on that one. Right next to my glorious king tut pea, I've got bush beans. These are the burgundy bush beans. You can tell because the stalks are dark. They're not green, and the burgundy on the leaves. All of these are bush beans, and these are starting to get flowers, purple flowers. Hopefully get something out of those. This little dude is a loofah that I forgot I planted, and he just popped up. There's some more peas. These are not king tut peas. They might be Lincoln peas, or they might be Oregon snow peas. Here's a loofah I planted from transplant. Does not seem to be doing so great. Oh, well, looky there. I grew some sage. Some there. Some it actually popped up. These are weeds. That, I'm not sure what that is. That's a weed. That's a sage. That's a sage. Isn't that cool? I actually think that's a weed. Yeah. Alright. So I'm growing my own sage. There's more bush beans. I think these were the Blue Lake. Got another okra. This is a Clemson spineless okra that I planted from transplant. I'm hoping it'll do well. If not, I've got like 10 more packs of seeds. So here's a little surprise tomato. Those are going to be popping up everywhere this year. Cucumbers. They really are thirsty little dudes. They kind of stopped growing until I started watering them some more. I probably put them way too close. But we'll see. Chicken wire. It's this tall. Probably should make it double. Or at least add a third. If you can have higher chicken power. But this is a king tut pea. It's a purple one. It's very pretty. And see how it's got a purple pod? Well, the peas inside are going to be green. And then here I've got Blue Lake bush beans because I was running out of places to put bush beans. They won't climb up the trellis, but they'll fill out. We'll have green beans. That is more peas. It's king tut. I forget what kind these are. These might actually be king tut too because they've got the purple. But we'll find out. This one is probably also a Lincoln pea because it's not a king tut pea. Yeah, they all have blooms on them. See? Blooms, blooms. They're good garden snacks. We got some tomato babies. That one I planted. That's a volunteer. Volunteer. This one I planted. That's a weed. This guy. I don't remember the names of any of these off the top of my head. On this side, I don't think these are just my mystery tomatoes. See, the leaves are different on this one versus the type of leaves that are on this one. We'll just see what we get. Alright. These were volunteers. I'm pretty sure these are my Bradatomic grape tomatoes. Right here and right here, because this is the spot that I had them planted last year. That's a weed. This is my Abe Lincoln tomato. These are huge, huge slicers. This is a zinnia. I hope that a lot of these pop up and that they reseed themselves, and I have zinnias all over the yard. This one, let me see. I'm trying to remember down my tomato aisle. I know I've got cherry and orange oxheart in this area. Let's see if I can remember which one's which. I know this one's an orange oxheart. I think this one's a cherry and an orange and a cherry. But that guy down there is my Abe Lincoln. I'm gonna have lots and lots of tomatoes. And these are my yellow crop top bush beans. They're starting to flower. Several of them are. They don't get very big, but I'm hoping to at least get some beans off of them. So I can taste them. These, some more beans that the girls planted. Should have some burgundy bush beans coming up in here somewhere too. These are doing really well. All of these except for one are mystery tomatoes. Then my purple basil is doing really, really well, and it smells fabulous. Tomatoes. This one is a Cherokee purple tomato. I'm probably going to get some more soil and like mound it up to right here so it has a better root system. These, I'm probably just going to prune that leaf off. This, if it doesn't look good, I prune them off. These are red noodle beans. I've got several of these, 2 in the greenhouse. Look at how the veining on the bottom looks red. It's Cherokee purple. Oh, it's one of my big guys. He's doing great. My bronze chrysanthemum is coming back. Here's all, this is a borage. It's a flower, but the leaves taste like cucumber. You want to eat them when the leaves are tiny. If not, they're really great for pollinators. All of these are red noodle beans. Red noodle beans. And they're supposed to be climbing up. I don't know if it needs to warm up or what, but we'll figure it out. One of these is a cherry. The other 2 are mysteries, but I just put them in not long ago. They're not quite as big as the other ones. Their leaves were starting to yellow, so we'll see. And then my callias from last year is looking a little rough, but if it survives, it'll be great. A little splash of color. And I put, there's another red noodle bean, and in here with some Thai basil. I'm getting better with my spacing, but this will climb all over. Oh, that's a red noodle bean. Those are scarlet runner beans. Alright, so these red noodle beans will climb all the way up over this archway. This lettuce is doing really good. It got bigger. And then right here, I planted Swiss chard. Maybe this time I'll get it right. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Right here, I planted burgundy bush beans. Like there's a couple over here. And then right here, I evenly spaced them out. So hopefully that will work. Propagated rosemary. What else do we have over here? These are my Tigger melons. Tigger melon, Tigger melon, Tigger melon. That's a pecan tree. I don't want that one in there. This one doesn't seem to be coming back. I'll have to pull that chrysanthemum up. Got 2 little strawberry plants at Home Depot. It's got several. Oh, there's another berry. A few berries over there. Oh, a bunch of berries right there. Flowers. And I've got it hanging on my trellis so it's harder for the birds. Oh look, my nasturtiums might actually bloom. These are such weird plants. You can eat them, but they're very temperamental. At least mine have been. My pepper garden. This is more of an experiment. Those are not peppers, get out. That's not a pepper, get out. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I know I planted a lot of them really close together. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a survival of the fittest or what. But so far, got a lot of seedlings. That's not a pepper. These are the peppers, the ones with 2 leaves. Got serranos and poblanos and atomic scorpions and ghost peppers and I'm not sure how it'll work, but we'll just kind of have to see. Here's my purple chrysanthemum coming back. My Brussels sprouts, you can see the little buds. Those are going to turn into Brussels sprouts. They don't grow in the middle like this, but it's just like it keeps going and going. And this broccoli might actually make it. What the heck is that? Sticky grass. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. This broccoli is starting to go to seed. It's starting to flower. So I'm probably just going to let this whole thing go to seed and then have broccoli seeds for next year. This one I cut off yesterday. I'm not sure if it's going to give me more or not. Oh look, I found a tree. Okay. So here's some nasturtiums. These nasturtiums. No, the moth did not move. These nasturtiums. I think that's oregano. But this is a yellow pear tomato. I have several of these growing. That's a weed. It's a weed. It's a weed.